Hello beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if this is your first time here. And in today's video I'm going to be going over how to properly hip thrust. The hip thrust is a great exercise for building the glutes, and if you want to get the full effectiveness of this exercise, it's crucial that you have proper form. So let's get right into it. First, you'll need a bench, and I recommend placing the bench against the wall so that it doesn't slide away from you as you do the hip thrust. Start by sitting on the floor with your legs shoulder width apart and your upper back resting against the bench. Roll the barbell over your legs and position it on your hips, and make sure that you use a barbell pad for comfort, because if you don't, you're going to be left with bruises, and doing the hip thrust without a barbell pad hurts so bad. The barbell should rest just above your pubic bone to be exact. To get into the starting position and get the weight up, you're going to bring your feet towards your body, drive your weight through your heels, thrust the weight up, and then push your upper back into the bench. Once you get the weight up, you can adjust your feet, making sure that you have a 90-degree bend at your knees. Now you're in the starting position of the hip thrust. The hip thrust is a hip hinging movement, meaning that you're going to lower your hips towards the ground and then extend them back up. Remember to keep your core tight, your pelvis tucked in, and your chin tucked in as you perform this exercise. This will help you to prevent overarching in your back. I cannot stress this enough, but it's really important that you maintain a neutral spine throughout every rep when you're doing the hip thrust, because overarching can lead to lower back pain, especially once you start to lift heavier. Another thing to keep in mind when you're doing the hip thrust is as you're hinging your hips back up to the top, make sure that you squeeze your glutes, and also make sure that you fully extend your hips. A common mistake is that people don't fully extend their hips once they get to the top, losing the effectiveness of this exercise. So if you want to build big and strong glutes, make sure that you extend your hips at the top. I don't want to see you guys doing no half reps. It's also really important that you maintain a 90-degree bend at your knees. If your feet are too far forward, this exercise will actually engage more hamstrings, and if your feet are too close to your body, this exercise will target your quads. So if you want to build your glutes and you want to get the full effectiveness of this exercise, make sure that you have that 90-degree bend at your knees. And lastly, for optimal glute engagement, we want to make sure that our feet are pointing straight forward. And that is all for today's video. I really hope that this video was helpful and it's able to guide you guys so that you guys can improve your form. And remember that when it comes to learning a new exercise in the gym or just improving your form, it takes time. So keep on putting in that work, and eventually your form will get better.